Jeremiah chapter 12 begins with a plea from the prophet to God, expressing his confusion and frustration over the prosperity of the wicked. Jeremiah observes that the unrighteous seem to flourish while the faithful suffer, leading him to question why God allows the ungodly to prosper. He acknowledges God's justice but wonders why those who are treacherous seem to live in peace while the righteous face adversity. Jeremiah asks God how long this will continue, seeking an explanation for the apparent injustice in the world. God responds to Jeremiah, telling him that if he cannot endure the difficulties he faces in his current circumstances, he will struggle even more when greater challenges come. God explains that the people of Judah, including the priests and rulers, are deceitful and corrupt, and their wickedness has brought judgment upon them. The land itself mourns because of their sin, and God promises that his wrath will be poured out on the nation for their disobedience. Though it may seem that the wicked are thriving, God assures Jeremiah that their day of judgment will come. God then shifts the focus to the future of Judah, revealing that the nation will be punished for their unfaithfulness, and its cities will be desolate. However, God also speaks of his mercy and the promise of restoration. He assures Jeremiah that after the judgment, he will bring the people back from exile, and there will be a time of renewal. The nations that have oppressed Judah will also face God's judgment, as they have harmed God's chosen people. In the end, God will restore the fortunes of his people and cleanse them from their sin. The chapter concludes with a warning to the surrounding nations. God calls on the nations who have oppressed Judah to repent or face destruction. God declares that those who refuse to acknowledge his sovereignty and who continue to harm his people will experience his judgment. Jeremiah is reminded that despite the present troubles, God's promises of justice and restoration will ultimately prevail. The chapter emphasizes both God's judgment on sin and his hope for redemption and restoration for those who turn to him. Let's now read Jeremiah chapter 12. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root, they grow, yea, they bring forth fruit, thou art near in their mouth, and far from their reins. But thou, O Lord, knowest me, thou hast seen me, and tried mine heart toward thee. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter, and prepare them for the day of slaughter. How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. If thou hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied thee, then how canst thou contend with horses? And if in the land of peace, wherein thou trustest, they wearied thee, then how wilt thou do in the swelling of Jordan? For even thy brethren, and the house of thy father, even they have dealt treacherously with thee, yea, they have called a multitude after thee. Believe them not, though they speak fair words unto thee. I have forsaken mine house, I have left mine heritage, I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. Mine heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest, it crieth out against me, therefore have I hated it. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird, the birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard, they have trodden my portion under foot, they have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. They have made it desolate, and being desolate it mourneth unto me, the whole land is made desolate, because no man layeth it to heart. The spoilers are come upon all high places through the wilderness, for the sword of the Lord shall devour from the one end of the land even to the other end of the land, no flesh shall have peace. They have sown wheat, but shall reap thorns, they have put themselves to pain, but shall not profit, and they shall be ashamed of your revenues because of the fierce anger of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord against all mine evil neighbors, that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land, and pluck out the house of Judah from among them. And it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out I will return, and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, the Lord liveth, as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then shall they be built in the midst of my people. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith the Lord. This ends our reading of Jeremiah chapter 12.